mainly in my hometown, there is peoples who are anti-Muslims, and they will fight against Islam. Their aim is to destroy Islam. So I kept this my Shahada part secretly. I used to pray in the woods. I will go to woods, in forest. I'll pray over there, and of course I can't pray in the home. So I directly go to the washroom. I clean it up and I pray in the washroom. And secondly, because mainly we have too much of lands, nearly 20 acres. So many laborers will be there. And my father, so they are strong Hindus. So I'll Fajr namaz, and the time I took Shahada, it was rainy season. I used to climb the terrace in the second floor of my home, and I used to climb the terrace, and I used to pray over there, the Fajr. And the Luhur, Asr, I used to go to the rivers, and I take the long breath, I do that much I faced. And when this part, the information that I have became Muslim, this part was known by some of the anti-Muslims, and they complained it to my parents that I'm praying. So one day, of course I'll keep the alarm for Fajr prayer, and I took my ablution slowly, opened the washroom. I took the ablution slowly, and I opened the door, and in the corner I started praying. At that time, my father, I completed the first rakat, and in the second rakat, when I am in the sujood, he gave me a first time in my life, my dad helped me. So in that shot, I ran away. I ran away, and I used to run because the main part is I didn't complete my salah. And I ran nearly 1.5 kilometers nearly, because there is a Muslim home. I don't know, but I know that is a Muslim home. So I knocked the door. And this person, he know me, because my dad is like Abu Talib. The whole hometown, he knows my father. And he was very shocked. And he said, what are you doing here? This early in the morning, what are you doing over here? So I asked the Musalla, and I prayed over there. And he was very shocked, and he was fighting me. Because the son of because it's Gauda. Gauda means head of that land. And he's praying like a Muslim. And I said, I'm a Muslim. And he frightened up. And I called my friend, so to pick me up. So I can't go to my home back. However, they are very strong. So I called my friend, and he picked me up, and he dropped me to the Kerala, means that's another state where we get more Muslims over there, that part. And he dropped me, and at the time of evening, I used to travel in a train the same day. At that time, I saw in the Facebook that they had written the news. ISIS terrorist escaped from this hometown, and he is the first recruitment for ISIS terrorism. And the second day, actually I went to an Islamic organization to ask for help for security, because no place near my hometown is safer for me. So I went to a Islamic organization. I stay over there, but I didn't say my story. And I just said that I want to become Muslim, that's it. And the second day, in the newspaper, they had my photo, and it written that a first recruitment for ISIS, he came to Kerala, that state. And the police is searching him. Yeah, and in the TV, they edited my photo, and like catching the gun. Like catching the gun, and they showed some features like ISIS terrorism, and they edited I am holding the bombs over here. And it has been spread. The whole propaganda about me has been spread wrongly. And I cannot go outside because police is searching me. And these institution guys, these Islamic organization people, they said that you have to leave now itself. And I have no place to go. So I just changed my dress into this thobe and this, what do you call, the Arabic dress. Yeah. Of course, I had a beard. Before I was used to shave. And after becoming Muslim, I had a little beard, and I changed my dress style, and I came back to one of the lodges because one of my friend instructed me, cut your SIM card and leave put your mobile phone into the dustbin and don't take that. And I went to the lodge nearly 100 kilometers from this institution. I went there and I stood there for 2 hours. After 2 hours, a person came and he said that now you have to leave. Now you have to leave, but don't go through the first entrance, and you have to leave at the back door. So I went, but subhanAllah, the police entered at the same time. The police entered to the entrance. I escaped from the back. Again, I went to a masjid from there, as per the instruction of one guy. I don't know who is he. Again. And I went to a mosque, I prayed for Maghrib over there, and one person came and he took me. At that time, I understood a group in India, Islamic group called Popular Front of India. Alhamdulillah, they have given me security because since I don't know who is behind me, but behind me there are 2 security guards for me. They have provided me the security. And I was under them for 1.5 months because I cannot go outside. And I had an affidavit and that I had became Muslim. And secondly, after 1.5 months, I directly went to the police station, I surrendered. And my parents came, took me up, and they were shouting at me. And because it was, my dad was, he was dying because I didn't have a single day without money. After becoming Muslim, my dad didn't give me a penny. That's it. Before, he used to give nearly 20 BD per day at my school ages. And secondly, I directed into the police station, and they took me up, and some of the anti-Muslims gave me and they gave me some injection for me in my home, and I was unconscious, and they took me back to one of the center of anti-Muslims, and they they locked me in the room. So when I was conscious and I woke up, alhamdulillah, I prayed the salah over there, what we call the Fajr, and these guys again came, and first they are trying to attract me sexually. Means one of the girls, they left the girl to have a contact. So I refused. And secondly, they came again. So they locked the door. I used to hit the door. And at last, because at the same time my parents were there. My parents were there outside of that room. So my parents said, don't hit the door. So I always obey my mother. So I didn't hit the door. And of course, later on they tried to brainwash me. I was there for 1 day and they tried to brainwash me. And of course, at last I tried to escape. I hit the door. Alhamdulillah, I forgot to say that I am a karate trainer for 14 years. I am a second and black belt and national board with this. Martial art trainer. Yeah. And they took me up and they took me to the mudir of that anti-Muslims. And they ordered me. And this guy, at the beginning, he started to talk calmly. and about Islam. Of course, the group called Sanatan Dharma. That's one part of Hindus. They took me, and this guy said that, of course, in Hinduism also there is only one God. In Islam, what is the actual sense? And later on, he came to about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said something propaganda. But I don't know anything about Islam. Just a salah, and I know it's a haq. And I started opposing. And of course, there was a flower vase, and I hit him in his face, and all came, and the concentration became towards him. All came, he fallen up. I escaped from there. But I don't have any place to go further, so I went back to my home itself. Again, that same guys came and chained me and took back to the place which is very inside, it's a village type area. They took me and they imprisoned me for 3 months. And of course, they are giving a poison, not poison, something like medicine, and it will make like half conscious. Like a drug, like a heroin. And I used to always I will be like this. Nothing, I don't know what is happening. And one day, and there was a guardian for me to look after. That is my uncle and aunt. Auntie means my dad's sister. They don't have the children. They didn't have the children, and they were looking after me. And of course, they had prisoned me. And one day they didn't give me this drug, and I got my consciousness back after 3 months. After 3 months, they didn't give me that drug, and later on, they had decreased the amount of drug give me, and I got my consciousness back. And of course, I was eating food, and I don't know what I am doing. And I used to climb a water tank, and I used to make dua. When I can practice Muslim, I used to cry, and Alhamdulillah, one day, a same brother from Popular Friend, he gave me a message, because there is a long area of a field, not field, betel nut field, means like a rubber. There is a long field, and he used to swim a river. After that, he used to enter that field at the time of Maghrib, and he used to roll like this, like an army. Army guys are doing, and he will give a small piece of mobile number. And later, I got the contact. And another thing, the main thing is these guardians, my uncle and aunt, they saw a sudden change of behavior. Before, I was rude. I was a rude guy, and I used to spend money, and I didn't know the meaning of life at all. But they saw the sudden changes within me. So they started, what is Islam? And I used to take their mobile, and I used to show some Islamic videos. And Alhamdulillah, later they embraced Islam. And they embraced Islam, and they give me a vehicle key, and they said to escape. And I escaped from there. I came to a Dayee institution. I directly went to under this group, the Popular Front of India. They took me to the Dayee institution. Alhamdulillah, I completed the Dayee course, and for 2 months. And I went back to work. And here, I forgot to say, they burned my passport, and they burned all my certificates. Study certificates, they burned it. And Alhamdulillah, I got the passport back, and I applied to it, I got my passport back. Still, I didn't get my second grade and some of the certificates. And when I am studying, after completion of the course, the Dayee institution, and I went to work in a company called Reliance. And I used to work as a quality controller. And I used to remember my old memories with my dad and mom. And one day I came back to my parents after 1 year. Of course, I'm the only one son. And of course, they hugged me up and they said, we are sorry for it. But my dad still, he needs his son back, but he don't need Islam with him. That's the fact. And when on that day, the next day after coming to home, again I used to ride the bike. I had a good bike, and while I'm driving, some of the gangster of RSS, the anti-Muslim, they came and they attacked me with a sword. Nearly four people. Alhamdulillah, I don't know. I escaped from there. Later on, I came directly back to this group, and I can't go outside of the Dawah institution. So if I want to go outside, I'll be having security from this group. And I completed my Dawah institution, Dawah course nearly 2.5 years. Alhamdulillah, later on, this was called me and but brother, allow my parents, you have to make dua. Because you are a born Muslim, you got the nur. When your parents gave birth to you, you got that nur. I need my parents with me in Jannah. Really, I need them to have to make dua. I cannot say I love them. They know how much I love them. I need them back. Inshallah, you have to make it from dua. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.